This is a Hardball Gets AFL show. My name's Nick Rinn, joined by Xavier Ellis and Ryan Daniels for the questions. Let's do it.
Straight into it. This episode's brought to you by Woodside Energy, a proud major sponsor of the Fremantle Football Club, supporting local footy from grassroots to greatness. All right, we'll start with Hayden. Zave is right. Never again North. We are frigid putrid. Who can we realistically target to come in?
No one. No one's going to go to North Melbourne, I don't think. At the moment, you're
Jake
getting... Melksham could be one, no. But at the moment, you're getting guys like Darling, Parker, Caleb Daniel.
End of career stuff.
End of careerers. You need those kids to blossom.
Travis Boak.
He's not going to go there, is he?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying
He's
that's the
not-
player.
he's 36.
Right. Yeah, one more year. Tommy Mitchell might come in and
Tommy
lend a
Mitchell
hand.
might pop over.
Okay,
Todd
Chris.
Goldstein.
Goldie's back.
Why? Just one more year. Chris, why is no one talking about how dumb it is that the Saints are overpaying for TDK and they already have a better ruckman in Marshall? And what happens to Marshall? Marshall to Pies when Cameron goes? Marshall is the interesting part of that, isn't it? And he'd be sitting there going, sorry, what's going on?
It's such a strange fit.
Because TDK doesn't want to play forward. So he would have asked the Saints, hold on a minute, guys, so if I come, I'm
the ruck.
I'm not in the forward.
Yeah.
And they go, no, you're rucking. And then I'm sure Rowan Marshall's gone into them and said, hey, guys, this TDK
But
stuff.
Rowan Marshall can't play forward.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, Rowan.
Yeah, Rowan Marshall can't play forward.
So
that's
he must
interesting.
be moving on.
Has to be.
I heard the early
Well,
rumour
Ross
on that
said
was...
he was happy to play two rucks.
You
happy to
can't, though.
experiment. I know.
And you can't pay that much money for two. That'd be like probably
Well,
around...
hang on. Can we...
This is 2.5 million.
Oh, yeah. That's
And
more.
Marshall's got two more
That's
years.
a tad more.
That's a tad more.
Marshall's got 2 more years of his contract as well.
The early rumour on Marshall was GWS.
That'd be nice.
That was the early
I
rumour.
like that.
Because an upgrade on Briggs. But there's going to be teams who need him. Carlton's
St
going to need
Kilda's
him.
star Rowan Marshall has turned his back on rival offers to ink a lucrative 5-year extension. So he did 5 years at the end of 27. Worth a lot of money. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Rowan Marshall's better than Tom DeConing, as the question just says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been better.
At the moment, he's
Yes.
definitely better. Yeah. I think the hope would be Coney has another
Launches.
level to
Yeah,
get
he does.
to. But Tom, Rhino, I imagine you watching the Bombers lose to the Tigers is what heroin feels like. I was said yesterday, that was so good. But not because I hate the Bombers.
Yeah, you do hate
You
them.
do
but
hate
now
the
you
Bombers.
No, I've hated their process.
Yes.
I'm now in.
Yeah, I
Well
just
done to
feel-
Vozzo. Well done to Rosa. Like, this is what they need to do. And the
Yeah.
footy gods have helped them.
I know, but I just don't like seeing the ACLs. There's too many of them.
Oh, no,
going
don't.
on.
yeah,
no,
no,
no.
like-
I
but
think
no-
I said earlier, I want a lot of soft tissue,
Yeah.
3-week hamstring injuries.
But
Like,
yeah, losing Nick Martin for a year, will
that
he get
sucks.
back to it?
I
You know,
hate that. I hate that because that leaks into next
Little Brian
too.
leaks in as well. Big Brian, I should say.
Okay, Mick, has Rhino heard anything about Bobby Hill to Freo this trade period, or is he sitting on it? I haven't heard anything that's concrete, but I have had a few messages of people saying, is this thing happening? And
Yeah.
Bobby's got a long contract. I think his contract is until 2030.
Yeah, he signed it last year, didn't he?
Yeah, and it was a lucrative extension. Look, it's not on my radar, but it's not off the radar, if you know what I mean. I don't think there's anything legitimate to it at this stage.
And end of 2030, Bobby Hill.
I think it's more people
It's a little
going,
blip. It could be a submarine, could be seaweed.
at the moment, I think it's more people going, oh, Bobby Hill, personal issue. Oh, he's from WA. Oh, does he go home to WA? I think there's links being made.
The
but-
article about Bobby Hill signs 4-year contract extension dated the 29th of April this year.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So he's,
Yeah.
I can't see him being at Fremantle. No, but he would be an amazing piece, wouldn't he?
Yeah, what if Fremantle give up? What would
well,
they give up?
Well, whatever you were going to give up for Cosy Pickett, just shift it there. Liam, on a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a flog is David King with his constant targeted digs at JL? Oh, I'm not going to comment on that.
Where's Kingy? He's disappeared. Didn't do first
Didn't
crack,
he?
didn't do fireball.
Holidays, I would say.
Sure.
timing.
Radio
Convenient
holidays.
time. Convenient timing.
Nick, Harley telling Jason Horn-Francis, go back to mummy, leave after year 1. Surely he's re-signing, right?
Well,
he's got
leaving
to year
two.
two.
Yeah.
he's got a good rebuttal.
To West Coast, someone texted me the other day, or put in the group chat the other day, do West Coast whinge and complain and chat a bit too much?
Do you
on
mean
the
Harley?
field? All of them?
Who's the other one?
Jack Graham and Liam Baker can have a chat.
Yeah, but those two are allowed
They're used to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Premiership
They've,
players.
they've been worked
You
into
got to
it.
do a bit of that.
Yeah.
You can't just be soft.
No, it's not. There's,
I reckon
there's
you've gotta
always
have-
a lot of chatting to umpires.
Oh, okay. The umpire
the
whinge.
umpires,
The old umpire whinge. Steve, with Freo missing out on Pickett, Warner, would there be an opportunity to pitch a Godfather offer for Allen? I think you meant Oscar Allen.
No,
Allen stays in Perth with family, would be an upgrade on Voss, and as a free agent, not cost picks. Freo could offer 2 first-rounders if they do match.
No.
No, I don't like that at all.
You want to
Steve-O.
get him taller. Get another tooling.
I don't like that at all. Nick, who was the best player that never made it due to injuries, and why is it Sean Rusling? Special mention to Braden Bruce.
Sean Rusling played at Collingwood.
Yeah, he
played
was at
Carlton, maybe.
Morabito.
Man, there's good ones.
Morabito. The one that everyone talks about from the 90s is Lee Walker. Remember he had the 4 ACLs and was like apparently better than Djakovic was always the thing that followed him around.
Max Bailey, for example, is a ruckman.
Max Bailey could have been
I know he won
really
a flag,
good.
but he didn't play.
And there's others who
with
played a
ACLs.
lot of footy and were good, but I reckon could have had another level.
Yeah.
Like I always think about Sean Wren. He was amazing, Sean Wren, and he had that injury. Remember the one where he slipped on the
and then
slipped on the thing?
Daniel Menzel.
Oh, the Menzels.
Yeah,
all of the
both
Menzels.
Menzels, really. Yeah,
all the Menzels never had any luck. Yeah, there was a few.
Did Daniel Menzel play in a flag?
No.
No, one of the Menzels did though, didn't they?
Oh no, wait, maybe Daniel did. So he did what?
I feel like
four
a
ACLs.
I feel like we had a Menzel.
Well, the other guy was at Carlton and then Adelaide, so it can't have been him.
Not him. Are you thinking about a Morton that snuck into the Sydney flag?
No, Daniel Menzel. Because he was floating around at a young age. And
then he was out. But he was at Geelong, so there's every chance he stumbled into a flag.
He stumbled into one of those.
Yeah.
The boot starter played in a flag. I'll move on while you're looking. Sean, Nick, what should Freo do with the number 10? And presumably the number 7 jerseys. Should 5 retire? Do we retire for a while or pass on? If we pass on, who gives the right vibes to fit those jerseys? This is completely for you.
I thought it would be, I was looking at him, I was like, maybe Bolton just takes the 10.
But didn't
You can do 1 year in another number.
what's he, 15 now?
He's 15. Bolton or Dudley would take a 10.
Bolton makes a lot of sense.
This
and
was a
they're
big
very
thing
close.
because Walters was
Freddie
38.
Freddie and Sonny was also very close.
So Walters was 38 and he wanted 11 because that's sort of Des Headland kick it. But then Tommy Sheridan took it while Walters wasn't good enough yet to ask for it, and Tommy Sheridan took
Well,
it
he's
in the
made the
meantime.
10 his own.
Yeah.
So you do your Menzel thing.
Didn't think we were going to do this, but Daniel Menzel, they won the flag 2011.
Yep.
I did.
Daniel Menzel, Geelong won the flag 2011. He played 18 games that season, and I remember him doing his knee in the qualifying final.
Yes.
32% of game time, did his knee, did not play 2012, 13, 14, and played at the back end of 15. So nearly missed 4 years in that period.
No flag.
Just before doing the ACL, around 24, he kicked 5 in his second year. Kicked 28 goals, was going to go on and kick 30, would have played in that grand final, won a flag. There you go.
By the way, I prefer with the number thing. I prefer the Geelong model. It's just like next one's in, bottom to top as you draft.
So what are you doing with the Walters and 5 numbers? Year off to think about it?
No. It's
So
just transfer.
you're giving Bolton 10, and what are you
Well,
doing
if
with,
they
what are you
ask
doing
for
with
10.
7?
Otherwise, it's just your first player drafted next year.
7 gets...
Yeah, because you can't create too much mystique around these things. Otherwise, you
What about
end up with a weird 29
Murphy Reid
situation.
gets 7?
He's got David Mundy's number.
Oh, yeah, not doing that.
No. So this is what I think it just goes to your highest draft pick the next year and then you give them a chance to make it their own.
Don't know about that. Because what happens if Fremantle trade out of the first round and their first pick's
Correct.
50 and in comes a kid that's never going to
Nah,
play?
Nick, you're wrong. I think it
Well,
matters.
you think you got to hold it out and then
Certain
give it and
numbers
then
matter.
assign it to someone.
Yeah. Yeah, wait for the right moment. Unless it's someone who's done 2 or 3 years, shown
Yeah, but
nothing,
then that's
you
what I
give
say.
them the
Then
number.
you get a 29 situation where you wait for ages and then a guy gets it, never plays, and then it's
Yeah, but that
kind of
was just
like
bad luck.
What number's Tracy in?
35.
I'd
But
love
he
to
said
see Tracy in 7.
he said he wants to make it 100 in 35 because no one's done it.
He's doing that. I'm making that number my own.
Yeah,
thing.
there's no one on the locker.
Yeah.
I want to be on the locker.
Yeah.
Adrian-
Also, I'd like him to say no to Nat Fife's number too.
Just
That's a
stick
tough
on the 35.
conversation to have. If they go, here, we'd love to give you Fife, he's number 7.
Nah, I'm good.
Nah, sweet and 35, guys.
Don't worry about it.
Adrian, with the Cats, Pies and Lions winning the last 3 grand finals and looking to be the 3 favourites again this year, which of the 3 do we think is the most deserving based on each of their consistently high performances over the past half-decade? And which club would be the most disappointed if they don't get a second flag? Cats, 2019 minor premiers, prelim final, 20 runners-up, 21 prelim final, 22 flag, 23 12th, 24 preliminary final. Pies, 18 runners-up, 19 prelim final, 20 they were 8th, 21 they were 17th, 22 they were prelim, 23 flag, 24 9th. And the Lions, 19 they were 2nd, in 20 they were prelim finalists, in 21 4th, in 22 prelims, in 23 runners-up, and in 24 flag. Who should be the most deserving of the 3 to win it this year? Based on those facts, not this year.
I would say Collingwood surprised us by the way they bounced back from, where'd you say they finished 17th or whatever? Where were they? Where was that low one? Collingwood?
12th.
12th.
Oh, sorry, that's the Cats. 17th, yeah.
17th. So, no, I think, well, that's a tough question. I don't really have thought about it. But
The Pies have yo-yoed a bit more.
Yeah,
they've gone
I'd say Brisbane have been the
8th,
consistent ones.
17th,
I'd
9th.
say Brisbane.
And they lost
I
that
think
flag
it is
by
Brisbane.
a push.
Geelong will just keep going too. Like, that's the thing, right? I think Brisbane, you're right. Declan, if there were no ruck contests in the game, how many of the current ruckmen would still get a game?
0.
Yeah. Luke Jackson.
Oh, what about Brody Grundy?
Yeah, well, he's a good ruckman.
I don't like that I'm now the anti-Brody Grundy.
Yeah,
but Brody Grundy
This
wouldn't get a game.
podcast traps you in places that you don't want to be.
No,
You're
no.
anti-Tom Stewart, even though you like him, and I'm anti-Brody Grundy, even though I don't know how this has happened. Josh, I know Dan Curtin has just signed with Adelaide, but do you think it would be a good idea for the Eagles to offer the compo pick they might receive for Oscar Lannon in exchange for Dan Curtin?
They're not taking it.
Of course it'd be good, but they're not going to get him.
No.
Would be good having a guy that can play in all positions on the ground. Now Adelaide could take the local boy in Dyson Sharp. Well, that's a good point.
No. Just Dan Curtin. We just talked about Dan
Yeah, but
Curtin.
if you're
at length.
Adelaide and you can say, right, hey, local boy,
He just
No,
signed
local
another 4
boy,
years or something.
no.
local boy Sharpie,
No, don't do that.
straight up for Curtin.
No.
You got a 197 centimetre
now-
bloke who's
oh,
playing on a wing.
Look who's all in on Dan
I would
Curtin.
argue he hasn't shown he can play in all positions, though.
Look, oh, yeah.
Well, so you argue, so you're bringing a guy who hasn't showed he can play in any position at that AFL level.
I'm saying,
Why do you hate Dan Curtin so much?
You're trying to
Now I'm
ship him
trapped
now.
again. I don't hate Dan Curtin.
You're
What
trying to
happened?
ship him to West
Did
Coast.
you bump into him at the
Dan
beach or
Curtin
something and he was just
stays,
unbelievable?
And I think it's great that he's playing really good footy. And I'm looking forward to seeing what his brother does.
Yes. Clancy, hi guys, just wondering who Zave will be more wrong on. He never rated Cozzy, who is now an A grader, and now Dan Curtin, who looks like he could be A's as anyone in his draft year. Who will you be more wrong
The
on?
timing.
Because you've jumped on Cozzy now.
How many best and fairest has Cozzy won?
Well, none yet. But
One.
he's heading
How
towards
many
one.
Australians?
Well, he's heading towards
He's-
one.
he's
He'll
won
have
an
two- he'll have
Australian.
one of each at the end of the year.
I thought he's already Australian.
I don't reckon he does. Oh, back to the phone.
No, I've
Clancy's
swung on,
keeping receipts.
I've swung on Cozzy and Dan
Right,
Curtin.
You're swinging on Curtin now.
Yeah.
You do the thing
But
where
the
you're like,
comment
well, no,
that-
the reason I was hard on him was because,
No.
and now they're doing it.
No. The comment that he's shown that he can play in all positions, he got sent back to the twos when he was a defender, he got sent back to the twos when he was a forward, and he's playing brilliant football on a wing.
Jim, Tommy Cole is only 28. Surely has value to a contender for 3 years. Jim's trying to sell Tommy Cole. Are you buying if you're a contender?
No.
Okay. Boys, with the retirement of Michael Walters, does Freo need to accept the fact that there's a distinct lack of talent in the Bulgarian dungeon department?
Who's the best looking Freo player?
Well, he's saying Michael Walters wasn't. He's Pierce now flying solo in the back line with not much going on further up the ground.
Oh, I don't know.
Obviously, the choice of playing two ruck compounds the issue. Why do they need to target in the off-season? So they need to find a good-looking
Well,
human.
Frederick's got a fair bit of drip about him.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Freddie.
I think he's the best.
Yeah.
And then Alex Pearce is
He's a
your
Rasmus
indie
your
darling.
type. That sort of
Matt Johnson might be a bit
the
handsome.
red cheek. You like the red cheeks.
Matt Johnson could be handsome.
Yeah, he does like a red cheek, like a dark complexion red cheeker.
Yeah, they're going to need something.
But you have identified an issue. People think Fifey's hot.
Are Freo
Yeah,
the
fuck,
ugliest
he'll be gone.
AFL team?
Gee, I'm going to have to rank them.
Wow.
James,
good
Jack
luck.
Martin's sitting on the pine with 5 minutes to go on 14 touches at the universe saying to Ryan, get a grip. I watched that so closely too.
Get a grip.
Played like 60% game
Well,
time.
the good
again.
thing was, too, that Tom Green was never going to get to 30.
Nah,
He was-
exactly.
he was
It
miles
would have been
off.
worse if he'd got to 14 and he got to 30. Alistair, hi lads. It would be great to hear you discuss this chart. This is the chart we discussed yesterday against the top 9 teams and the bottom
yeah.
9
Oh,
teams.
nice.
I love this chart. Really good intel. Jace, why is Zave wearing Crocs to a winery? Absolutely disgraceful from you, Big Pepsi.
No, I lost my shoes.
They were your dress Crocs, though.
No,
your
I
cream
don't.
ones.
No, I went from the footy to dwelling up.
Uh-huh.
I had shoes on my feet from the footy. I don't know where those shoes are.
What do you mean?
I must have left them on top of my car or something. I don't know where they are.
So you're in the car park, you've changed shoes, got into the comfy Crocs, put the shoes on
put
the
Crocs
roof,
on for the
No,
drive.
no,
driven
they-
off.
Drive down. I don't know. I have zero memory of where the shoes could be. All I had left was Crocs.
What were they? What were the shoes?
RMs.
No, they're just those like white Reeboks.
Okay, so size.
10.5.
So
Have
it's
you
10 and a half
found
white
any?
Reeboks somewhere between Optus Stadium and Dwelling Up.
Yeah, somewhere. I don't know where they are. So that explains the Crocs, but good spot.
Tractor. I love that. It's a good nickname, Tractor.
The tractor.
If you're going to be, if you're
Yeah,
going to have a nickname,
Tractor's a good
Tractor. Are you lads actually sponsored by Gage Roads? If so, you could probably get paid more than the occasional box for Zave's security guard payments. Listening to the pod going to Dan's to pick up semi-sab for my wife and ended up with some single fins on the trolley. I'm sure I'm not the only person that has all of a sudden started dabbling in the single fins and is probably time to renegotiate any deals. Endless, Zave. Has you locked in a long-term contract already, hey?
I did have a few single fins yesterday, and I'll probably have a couple. I'm on holidays. So,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, why not?
we're not sponsored by them.
you
No,
do.
it just
Does
But we're
feel,
open to it.
Does feel like we should be by now. Does feel.
There's been little breakthroughs in the last 6 months, I reckon.
Yeah, well, getting the 2 free cartons was
2 free car. And then remember we met that bloke at the media awards?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right. He was a big fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we come.
Okay.
All right. Jaden.
G'day, gents. I don't believe in the whole Vic Bias thing. It is what it is. Competition's unfair. But with all these television shows and radio shows over East, I just feel like there's a lack of representation from the WA people, and they also get dismissed a bit. Just thinking of like Djakovic, Matera, Cousins, Kemp, they hardly get spoken about. You got Kane Corns, Rashudo over there, Sloane's there now, and, they'd love to talk about the Jarman brothers, this and that. I don't know if it's just me or, we hardly get looked at over here. Cheers, boys. I'm glad Ryan's on the Sunday rub now.
Oh,
Where were you yesterday?
I just wasn't feeling 100% yesterday. Big day with the fam. Just wasn't.
I'm not buying
again,
that.
not a
it's
good time
true.
to have a rest.
I'm
We
not
spoke
buying-
about these things.
Are you buying that?
I don't know. It's just, there's a bit. We know
No.
it's a very political show. We
They
found
made,
out.
they made one mention of it at the start, briefly, and then nothing for the rest of the show.
I haven't listened. No, it's fine. No, everything's fine.
I don't know about that.
No,
Actually.
honestly, everything's fine. I'll be back on Sunday.
Okay.
I'll be back on Sunday.
There is a little bit of that.
There's a lot of that.
Peter Matera is. I've just been doing this project for South Freo and going back and watching Matera Vision. My God.
But there's been no more
He's a freak.
irrelevant state of football than Western Australia the last 5-6 years.
Yeah,
But he's talking about like historic.
history.
Yeah.
as well. And in terms of the local coverage, it is very hard to do a TV show
Expensive.
based here. We've tried it a few times. The expenses are high. There's not enough population, and the way that people watch TV now is so different. So a lot of those, like the Footy Classified and the agenda setters, you notice a lot of the traction comes from those online hits,
Socials,
social
yeah.
hits.
Yeah, about
so
Collingwood.
it's like that sort of hard take, hit take space.
But
So
you can
it's
listen to
different.
shows like the Hardball Gets AFL show,
Well-
national show, which is sort of.
I mean,
produced
and that
out
was
of Perth.
kind of the thinking behind the 2-minute warning, right? It was let's do 2 minutes on every team.
Correct.
Because we were like, well, if you watch any footy show, usually they talk about the 2 main stories and then maybe a sprinkle in some other stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is.
Instead, we take a deep dive into Daniel Menzel's career.
Yeah.
Correct. You don't get that anywhere
I
else.
think this is the most Suns heavy podcast out there. By far.
Easily. Luke, you're playing a grand final tomorrow. Who are you taking? Sam Darcy or Riley Phil Thorpe? Grand final.
Riley
Tomorrow, I'm taking
Darcy.
the thriller tomorrow.
I'm taking the thriller.
Really?
Yeah.
Darcy's about a 10-year
Yeah,
proposition.
it's just say if the grand final's in 4 years, I'm taking Darcy.
Recency
tomorrow.
bias. Recency bias.
What do you mean recent?
Based on last week.
It's talking about a game next
I'm
week.
taking Sam Darcy.
Yeah,
Ollie,
you can't be any more recent
Yeah,
than what's coming up.
There's
You're
no
playing
recency
this
bias.
weekend.
Like, this is the most thing. Who's in form right now?
Ollie, understand we stink and there will be a fair few years of pain, but I've got to know, is there a reason X is so flaccid about the Ds? Is this something that has carried on since his playing career? Is saying that love the pod, you were all in fine form for last week's team's pod.
Nice.
Why am I so flaccid on the Ds?
Well, yeah, you grew up with D supporters, didn't you? Around
All
you?
my mates were Melbourne supporters.
I think there is a bit of that. I reckon of the clubs that you have a natural instinct to hate, I think Melbourne's in there.
So well, I'm just like,
They're irrelevant
just hear
for
some
a while.
names like Tholstrup, Lever's going to be done soon. Disco Turner, what's happening there?
They're on Tholstrup in there.
Jefferson, Sparrow, Rivers, Langdon,
Hates
Van
Jefferson.
Ruin, Clary,
Are you just reading out the
McDonald.
entire team?
Yeah.
No, but these guys aren't getting you to another level.
Well, not on their own.
Well, that's all they've got.
It's bad.
I didn't skip
What
many
about
names.
Langford?
It is bad, but is it as bad as you say it is, or is this a you having some Melbourne anti feel?
Nah, I am wrong because I have said they're a bottom 4 side. They're currently 5th last. So I apologise for that.
Patrick, hey hard-ons, here's a long one, Pepsi, but bear with me.
Oh, whoever's writing this knows I can drift off on a long question.
I was with you early on in the season with Rao being a Brownlow roughie, but after seeing Noah Anderson do the work at the clutch moments, from classic-inspired captain's goals to racking up 20 possessions in the final quarter, he always seemed to have a better game despite being less consistent throughout an entire game. It got me thinking. Nos is definitely leading vote getter at the Suns, and rightly so, but Rao, for what it's worth, has been immense in what he has brought this season. My question is this. A, which footy players come to mind where they don't get the respect they deserve because they live in the shadows of their better teammate? And B, would they genuinely be winning medals and trophies if they moved? I think Libba, Heaney, McCluggage, all obvious contenders, but I'll suggest Neil as someone who got out of Fife's shadow who was showered with accolades.
I put
Yeah.
Mitch Duncan in here People never
Mitch
thought
Duncan.
Mitch or never gave him enough respect.
Jared Ruffhead at Hawthorn underneath Bud.
What about back to Simon Goodwin with Rashudo?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, Goodwin was a really good player.
Well, you could put Edwards in that. You could put Burke in that. Those guys.
Yep.
Did I tell you something? Remember last week I said on the podcast, us young kids played against Adelaide, the Adelaide Stars. Yeah. Someone found those stats and put them in, and it was close to me on the money. Like 4 of them had over 30, and the whoever sent it to me, I appreciate it, didn't send Rashudos because I played on Rashudos. He only had 16 touches, but kicked 4 on me.
What about someone like Daniel Kerr, who was the third?
Yeah.
He finished second in the Brownlow like 2 years in a row.
20 votes or something. He was a superb player, Daniel Kerr.
At a different level, but Brad Sewell at Hawthorn, he won a best and fairest and whatnot there underneath Sam Mitchell. He was always the second banana there.
Yeah.
In the prime, in the midfield.
Yeah. What about,
it's funny, the Brisbane era.
Rhino
Brisbane
Keith.
Lions early
Nathan
2000s.
Burke with Robert Harvey? Is there a bit too big a gap there?
Yeah, Robert Harvey was
Just
big. Was
just
big.
thinking,
Unbelievable.
That Brisbane era, everyone gets to applaud it for some reason.
Nigel Lappin.
It's pretty, but
they
everyone
won-
still remembers
because
Nigel
they
Lappin
won
as
so much.
Yeah,
Luke
true.
Power.
You win 4
Luke
flags.
Power's a good. Luke Power's probably
If you win 3-4 flags, you're always
Everybody's a
doesn't
star.
matter. You always everyone gets elevated. Stefan, why does X hate Noah Long? Who's in his checks notes 3rd season?
I don't hate Noah Long.
Apparently you do.
I just feel as though he probably needed to go down to the 2s.
Well,
I don't hate Noah Long at all.
you hate Noah
I
Long.
think he's a nice boy.
Add him to the
lovely
list.
boy.
We need a whiteboard of
Is there,
Zave,
but is
people
there,
Zave hates.
No, it's so incorrect. But is there a chance that what's Noah Long's future? Is it bright and happy and sunny, or do you think
No,
there's a
he's
chance
fighting
he's
for his spot.
I think his
delisted?
first year was excellent.
Yeah, but do you think there's a chance he's off the list? Is there more of a chance he's a star or delisted in 2 years?
Well, he's not going to be a star. But can he... I think the hope for him was, is he the next Jamie Cripps?
No,
Can he
he's too
learn
small.
that role?
Too small.
Yeah, he's a bit smaller than Cripper.
Lot small.
And he's not crafty enough to be like your typical crumbing
He'll still
small
be
forward.
fighting for a spot in the
I
22
like,
in 2 years.
I
but
do
him.
like Noah Long, but there has been some regression in his ability to impact games. Pastor Mark, I don't think enough people have talked about the improvement of Cory Wagner. Smart, underrated player playing the best footy of his career after some encouragement from JL. Hasn't Pastor Mark flipped on JL? Loves him now.
Does
Yeah.
he?
Big
Was he
fan.
after the sacking?
Oh, I reckon he wouldn't have gone against it had it happened.
Okay.
But I reckon now he's all in. He's all in.
Yeah.
Cory Wagner is having a really
No, he's
good
having a good year and he's very versatile.
Yeah.
Forward, back. He went forward on the weekends.
Can tag if
Went
you
back
need him
on
to
the
tag.
weekend.
Bit of
to
headless
tag.
chook,
Yeah.
Yeah, not headless.
but a little bit.
A little bit.
He goes
Yeah,
sometimes.
a
You're
little
like,
bit.
where's he going?
Yeah, a little bit headless.
You know, Marcus, who's the best comparison for Murphy Reed? My pick is Stevie J.
It's a bit
Jeez,
of a
that's a
leap.
high bar.
Lofty
Very
comparison.
high bar.
Brian Myers.
Oh, I like that.
He's not
Different
as,
kicking
as
style,
different kicking style,
but the whole get the footy, you're going to do something with it.
Yeah.
Set something up.
there'll be a goal
I
somewhere.
like that a lot.
Geelong have got all three of them,
That's the best. I
probably.
mean, it's the best thing he's ever
Sean
done.
Manor, Brian
Yeah.
Myers, and
He's better.
Yeah,
He'll be
Graham
better
Myers
than
is a
Sean
better-
Manor.
Yeah.
I
well,
like
Sean
Sean
Manor's
Manor.
a
Sean Manor's
mature
very
age, but that sort of role.
Connor,
Front third.
I can understand Dylan Shield not getting a game in a top 8 side and is just an average player, but with the most decimated list potentially in AFL history, is there a world where Dylan Shield is asking for a trade at season's end? Would have to feel like the most disrespected footballer in the league. I don't think Dylan Shield
I just think he did
would be able to get
his
traded. I mean, could he be one of those North Melbourne guys you speak of? Is he one of those?
Possibly.
He's one of
Possibly.
those, isn't he?
Just in the twos, he had 23 touches.
It's his kicking, isn't it? Like
Unfortunately, he is headless chook when he should be
Yeah.
very not headless chook.
Nick, what's Zave's favourite Chinese dish? And why did the umpires gift Gold Coast the win? What's your favourite? If you're going, let's say there's a lazy
Is
Susan.
this an actual question?
No, there's a lazy Susan, and there's 8 of us at dinner,
Yeah.
and everyone orders a dish. You get first crack?
I don't mind a bit of the honey chicken.
It's a bit pedestrian from you.
Well, this is all
that's a lazy Susan Chinese.
A little bit of sizzling.
And
beef or
also,
something.
no.
Yeah.
Come on, Xavier's the same. Grew up in regional areas. There's
Nah,
only
honey-
so many
mate.
dishes they offer.
Yeah.
Mate, the honey chicken. No one in our family ordered it because my grandma would always order the honey chicken, so
Yeah,
we didn't have to worry.
right.
But we all love the
Yeah,
honey
yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
what I mean. Like in terms of it was just the lazy
Someone's gotta
Susan
get
at the
it.
Chinese. Someone's got to
If
have
you're
it. And I'll
there
eat
and you're
it.
trying to impress someone, you don't order it.
I
But
used
if
to
you're
like
by
those-
yourself, you're ordering 2 serves of. Well, no, I'm sweet and sour pork, man.
Sweet, you would be.
I love it.
I could have picked that.
Oh, yeah.
Sichuan beef for me.
Oh, Sichuan
Little
beef.
spicy.
Oh, a bit of-
Little bit
Beef
of
and
spice.
beef and black bean.
Oh, I didn't mind
nice
that. That was
one.
par. That was
Yeah,
grandpa
that was
used to
a
eat
nicey.
it. Yeah, where are we now? I lost my place. Did umpires give Gold Coast the win?
Actually, my
Steve-
favourite Chinese is Sanchoy Bao. Is that Chinese?
No, that's Sanctuary Barrel.
Getting a little fancy
Let us
now.
leave.
Getting a little fancy now.
Oh, baby.
Stephen, for the past year, I've worked for a company that's an absolute madhouse. On-job training barely exists, and when it does, it's no use. There's not enough staff or equipment to do the job without cutting corners. Quality assurance standards are regularly ignored, and it's all topped off with a self-interested board of directors resistant to any operational change. My point is, would punters like me be surprised how close a club footy environment is to the real world? Does this sort of stuff happen in footy land? And is that part of what made the Dean Bailey Demons or the Justin Lepich Lions generationally shite? P.S. Thanks for all the great content, and cough twice if Seven West is run the same way as my company. Cheers. Stephen, I'm not coughing.
I nearly coughed just to try and clear my throat.
Nobody cough. It's a fantastic environment. I love working here. And all of the parts
do
of the
not
army.
mention that they should change Thursday night games because Rhino gets upset.
Yeah. He's got a good point. Sometimes footy clubs are just run shithouse.
And you find
can
very
be
successful business people who go on football club boards and just lose their minds a little bit.
But also, the very successful people haven't been successful in everything they've done.
Correct. Yeah.
They've had a lot of things that haven't been successful.
And the difference with a football team and a club is it's about passion and chemistry.
Yeah.
You can't just solve it with a business fix.
No.
It's not always that simple. You can have a good operational stuff off the field sometimes and be a basket case on field. Very rare do they have the two things humming. Very, very rare. Marco, why does the AFL force clubs to name their lineups on a Thursday? You look at other major sporting codes, and when they name their lineups, soccer, 1 hour before kickoff, cricket, at the toss, NBA, at the tip. I can't see any logical reason for clubs having to name squads up to 4 days prior to their games, then get criticised if they make a change. Is it so the AFL can build hype and be in the news in the lead up to the round? Thanks, lads. Keep on keeping on.
Well, it's been sold. The team's selection has been sold to 7 because they happen 6:20.
So they get the first heads up on a Thursday night. But that was a case well before that.
No, but it's still a financial. Like I go to 7, I look at the clock and go, it's 4:20 over here, 6:20 in Melbourne. 7 will have the teams now. Now I can get on the app. I do that all the time.
I think by and large you would find the traffic on like the AFL website.
Yeah.
On the apps, the Twitter clicks for the
it's
clubs.
It's another day with news.
A lot of those,
massive.
a lot of those sports, the guys who aren't named aren't playing twos. They're just riding the pine.
True. It's a pretty, like the NBA might make a starting 5 change or something. But also, I reckon it was probably something that didn't start as a thing that was for clicks and money.
No.
But it was a tradition.
Yeah.
We'll name them on the Thursday night because everyone's got
even
work
like country
tomorrow
footy clubs, you train on Thursday, up to the club rooms, get a spit on, have a few beers, teams are read out.
Yeah, exactly.
Away you go.
It's a tradition.
It's tradition.
But now it's a monetary thing as well.
It's money,
Okie dokie. Harry, g'day, Gogetters. I don't mind that one. Gogetters.
Okay.
Gogetters. Have you ever watched that?
No, I haven't.
Gogetters, it's a kid's cartoon. My son was in. I've solved the AFL draft. It's a simple coin toss. 18th pick is decided by a coin toss of first and second on the ladder. The loser takes the 18th pick. 17th pick is third on the ladder versus the winner of the previous round. West Coast don't flip until this last round, so worst case is pick 2. This means that each team can only move down 1 spot on the draft ladder, but if you're really good at heads and tails, then first on the ladder could take the first pick. This is a 1 in 131,072 chance, but not 0. Would be fun.
Would the odd toss of the coin.
Imagine watching that.
The captains all fly in, set bounces.
So, like, you could go on a heater
and
win, like, 17 rounds in a row if you're Liam Duggan.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, Liam. But who's the flip side of that? Collingwood. You're Darcy Moore. You're flipping 18 in a row and you nailed it.
It's funny how Collingwood's the best team in the comp and we get to stumble over who their captain is.
Well, you want to say Pendlebury, don't you?
Yeah.
My brain still wants to say Pendlebury. Yeah. Sean from Ireland. I'm not doing the accent. Well, lads, I was going to wait until Ryan's article on Nash, but he did play GAA, pronounced GAR, I guess.
Gaelic Athletic Association.
Yeah, but he's pronounced GAA, so I guess that's GAR, extensively at underage, etc. for Meath, just so you can be factually correct. But union was his main sport, in fairness. Because I said he was a union player, and he did play
GAA.
GAA.
And then I went over
to... Wait. We've got that. Kieran, pronounced Ciaran. What? He's just written the same word back to back. No, he's pronounced Kieran. Kilkenny is indeed the name of the player. Kieran Kilkenny. And he indeed did become an absolute superstar at football. Obviously, GAR football.
Yeah.
Potentially the
GAA.
AFL.
Stop saying GAR.
Mate, he's written it.
No, it's not. It's GAA.
Pronounced GAR. But potentially the AFL Combine is returning to Ireland next year. So hopefully there will be a few more coming along the scene. Happy to be your Irish fact checker.
We like that. Thank you.
Of course, his name's Sean.
Sean.
And Kieran
Spelled C-I-A-N.
Kieran Kilkenny.
Sean.
Chicky Pam Pam. Always get nervous when I read out these questions. Just because of the name. I think it's going to be sus. Boys, quick one about Freo's 2 ruck setup. What are your thoughts on it? Statistically, it might look like both Darcy and Jackson perform better individually when they're playing solo, but when they're both on the field together, it seems like they create bigger moments when the game is on the line. Do you think that dynamic helps them in crunch time? It's certainly been the case
This year,
in the last
month.
probably 3 to 4 weeks. We've seen Darcy kick a couple of clutch goals, Jackson do the same.
Yep.
And the other team's ruckman seems to get big numbers, but they're not. Like Meek was really good on the weekend.
Meek was best on ground in the first half.
But again, it was the same.
tackles in
and
the
then
first half.
and then died.
Is that the thing, right? You're two teaming him, so at some point he's exhausted.
But then go back to last week, Grundy.
What?
Just listen to that in isolation.
Two teaming?
You're two teaming him, so at some point he's exhausted.
Come on.
Get your
You got your
mind
daughter here today.
out of the gutter.
But then last week though, there was Grundy just smacked him, and Luke Jackson didn't get a touch. So
Correct. Kyle, question for the pod. At the start of the year, I put $10 on each of the following 3 players for the Brownlow. Wow. Dawson at 51. Rowell at 51. Anderson at 67. His current cash out is Dawson, $86. Rowell, $9.50. And Anderson, $67.86. How do you recommend I play it? His day cost a lot.
Don't cash out.
Just ride him home. How much did you put on? What, $10 each?
$10 on each.
Just
of those
ride
3.
home.
No, you got to ride those.
The
What if they hit $100?
no, just don't cash out.
He's turned $10 into $100.
Okay.
He's turned 30 into 100.
Well, no.
Because he put
Right,
30 on a
sorry,
lot
yes.
of them.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, don't
Wife.
cash out.
Their responsibility.
That's a very wife comment, isn't
Yeah,
it?
correct. You don't cash out. You let it run. I also backed Dawson at the start of the year.
Have you?
And I did cash out.
Did you? But what, you just told him not to?
Yeah, and I regret it.
Oh, okay. Alex, going to bat for Jai Amos, as Ryan is spot on with everything he says about him. I agree the poor lad is severely out of form and could probably use a stint in the waffle. But the commentary towards a very young key forward has been crazy. Ryan is spot on about the role. Freo very tall, so there's a lot of pieces to the pie that go around for tall forwards at the moment. Additionally, he is consistently burnt, or the service to his leads is dreadful from those kicking him the ball. He's always providing strong leads to no reward, and it kills me to watch. Additionally, I've never seen a player get less looked after from the umps. He is absolutely manhandled. He basically needs to be king hit to get a free. Remember, he is only 21, and the attacks from a lot of fans is ridiculous. Ignore the haters, Kit Kat man. I interviewed Sam Spitkowski post-game, and I asked him about Amos having a contribution, kicked a couple, I said, he's been, under the pump. And he said, the first thing he said was people don't realise his role is not to get a lot of the footy. His role is a really unique one. And I was like, thank you. Thank you, Sam.
Did you say that again?
And thank you, Alex.
Well, it's a very confusing role not to touch the football.
Look, I played it a few games myself.
I'm not doing it again. Sneed feed, on a scale of 1 to 10, how nuff is looking at draft prospects for your club? I've already crossed over to this point, but I'm aware it's getting beyond average AFL fan sanity to do this. Well, when your team's bad for a while, that's all you have. So if you're a bottom 4 side for 4 years, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
No,
Especially with the easy access now.
Yeah, I've lived in that space before.
Yeah,
the team's that bad, you're just watching under 18.
This isn't 15 years ago where you're going to the venues to watch the kids.
Harvey Langford of the world. You got to find him.
Yeah.
Chloe, big Pepsi tent man and vibes check.
Chloe,
Tasmanian? The Tasmanian?
This is
I'm a Pies fan, but honestly, I feel for Harley and all the pile on him that he cops. Yes, he chirps and can flop, give away free kicks, but he's only 20, playing in a terrible team with literally no support around him. He had 26 disposals, 16 of them were contested, 6 clearances, 7 tackles, and 1 goal too. But apparently that's still not enough. Let's imagine this was Nick Dacos in Harley's shoes. Would the narrative be the same? P.S. Nearly fell off my chair with the way Big Pepsi said so casually that he killed a sausage dog. It's true. You killed the dog.
The Snaggers is no longer with us.
I can't believe that. Is there an investigation or something?
I don't know.
Is he doping?
well, he said it was the best day of his life up to that point. So you went out on a high.
We're not joking about it. So.
Did you step on him or something?
No.
Because they're little and they get under your feet.
No, it's too far in front.
Oh. Sam, hey guys, with the way the ladder is shaped this year, isn't it the perfect time to suggest how much a wild card round is now needed? It's quite obvious that whoever finishes 9th is going to be incredibly unlucky, and Sydney have what appears to be 6 dead rubbers for the remainder of the season, even though they are evidently better than 10th. It is frustrating when traditionalists put shit on the wildcard round suggestion straight away without looking at it with perspective or reason.
I don't mind the wild card idea, but I don't know where you'd play it because I don't want the bye at the start of finals.
So there's two
We
different things.
played in the bye.
And then there wouldn't be a bye.
I don't like the mid-season tournament. And
No, but there is a bye because the...
Yeah, but if you play the wildcard game, then there's no bye.
Yeah.
No,
Fill the bye.
I'm talking for the teams 1 to 6.
You don't like them having a bye.
No.
Oh, so you don't want them to have a week off either?
No, the grand finalists should have the week off leading into the grand final. Remove any risk of
Just
concussion.
adding complications. I hate the mid-season thing. And people who are comparing it to the NBA, do they realise that no NBA fan enjoys the mid-season?
No, the mid-season's horrible.
It's rubbish. It's
Yeah.
pointless.
The courts are very
Every now and then I'm
difficult
like,
to see.
oh, the court's different. Who cares?
No, the courts are hard to watch.
Yeah,
on too.
correct.
Like that
I
mid-season
feel like I'm
tournament.
bloody high.
We're 5 years away from it being scrapped.
Yeah, no, it's
Like,
horrible.
And
It's horrible.
there was, the NBA does it.
Bring back the Foxtel Cup.
Reese, hey lads, I think I've obtained a photo of you doing the Thursday pod. I know it's Thursday because Nick isn't there. Can you confirm it's you? And it is a Ken doll sitting under a Fremantle Dockers tent with a Kit Kat and a can of Pepsi.
AI. Yeah, that's you.
I would wear that jacket. We're nearly there. Richard, hi guys. So now a player can get suspended for something they partially did the year before. Scenario, a player has 3 incidents of umpire contact in 1 year and is eligible to win the Brownlow, then has 1 more the next year and is ineligible. How does this make any sense? Now is the time to change the Brownlow eligibility if you can still win it if you have been suspended.
I've spoken to Brownlow medalists about this, and they believe your punishment is big enough by missing the games and the opportunity to poll.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So who's
No one
that in
cares,
reference
no one
to
cares about
Chera?
fairest.
It's the Chera one.
So did Chera get suspended?
It's kind of the tribunal.
But they're thinking fine, though, aren't they?
Well, there's 2 schools of thought. 1, fine. 2, let's make an example.
But
Sam,
no one cares
will
about
Zave
fairest.
be going? This is a picture of a save the date, past players and staff function. This is in August. If you're interested in coming, click the link below. And we believe that this is a Gippsland Power reunion. Is that right? Gippsland Power?
Gippsland Power, yeah.
Will you be going? It's in August, the 23rd of August.
Unfortunately, I won't be going, no. But we had an unbelievable team that year. We won the premiership.
Is this your premiership picture? Daisy Thomas is at the front. Did you
Yeah,
play with
you
Daisy?
give us a look.
Are you in there?
Yeah, I'll be in there.
Have a look. Where are you? Daisy's front and centre.
Where am I? I
the
am... It's a good question.
Were you injured?
No.
He's off getting rub on a calf.
I can't even see myself.
Didn't want to do the drive.
Maybe they edited you out.
No, I'm in there somewhere. Maybe I was at the back or something.
You're one of those floating heads.
Take your time.
Absent.
This podcast hasn't gone for a long time.
No, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, no, unfortunately, I don't think I will be getting there. I've got to be in Melbourne a week before that, so that's a bit of a struggle. And I'll have to work. But yes, congratulations to those guys.
Rosco, capitalising on Rhino being wound up on the interstate inequities of the national competition. When is the AFL going to unwind the measures introduced during COVID that have actually penalised the non-Victorian clubs? Why can't West Coast leverage its larger member base to spend more on coaching and development? Isn't that one small swing for the roundabout of unfairness? The AFL is less consistent with equity than Zave's views on GWS's prospects in 2025, long-term contracts and splitting draft picks. Apparently, you're wildly inconsistent with all 3
I
of those
like
things.
I like the Giants.
Have you been off them at certain points? Apparently. Roscoe keeps receipts. Our listeners keep receipts.
Well, talking receipts, show me some good long-term contracts if we're going to do receipts. Show me some of those ones
there
that
must
have
have been
worked.
some that you did like.
No, I've always hated them.
Oh, you said you
Oh, no, there's maybe one or someone I'll go, oh, that's Sam Darcy or something, but yeah.
I agree with him. There should be more spending for interstate clubs. They should be allowed to spend a bit more. Raymond, I'm staying in Ascot at the moment for work, and as someone that hasn't ventured very far out of the northeast suburbs of Melbourne, this place is a bit of a nightmare. Is this place just a shithole, or is it Perth in general just like
No,
this?
this is Ascot. It's not
I wouldn't be staying in
Ascot's
Ascot.
not great. It's
I don't know anyone that stays there.
It's a race course with a bunch of units around it, right?
It's even that area between.
No,
like
it's the freeway.
That's what I mean. It's an Ascot. It's a
No.
race course, and then there's these areas around it. It's like the airport's there.
No,
There's
no,
a
not
Hungry
too
Jack's.
much.
Ascot's not great.
No, the Great Eastern's there with a lot of takeaway.
You wouldn't recommend people stay in Ascot.
A lot of massage parlours.
It's funny though.
around that area.
A ton of them. Bailey, hey guys, I've come across an old Xavier Ellis 2008 premiership card as seen below. It would be great if I can get the great man to sign it and bump up my future kids' inheritance. Thanks and please. Bailey, there it is.
What's the going rate?
Handballing. You pose for that one?
Did I? Yeah, that's game day. That's grand final day, actually.
Well, that's an action shot, is it?
Yeah, it's grand final
You
day.
look like you're posing.
Classy midfielder who had an equal career high 28 disposals in the grand final and took match best 14 marks, testament to his ability to keep running and finding space. Given he was left out of the qualifying final, his performance in being one of the Hawks' best on ground on the big day spoke volumes of his character.
They didn't say 1,000 metres gained for some reason.
Yeah.
All right.
How many votes?
It's a rot.
We checked that.
Yeah, it's a
We
rot.
checked that. Okay, this episode was brought to you by Woodside Energy, a proud major sponsor of the Fremantle Football Club, supporting local footy from grassroots to greatness. But first, we have a conspiracy.
Ah,
This is from Boning the Spirit,
boning the spirit.
and it was sent
something
last Friday.
Yeah.
Watching former North Melbourne champion David King and his approach to Justin Longmuir all these years has me thinking.
I thought when you said boning the spirit, it might have been another North Melbourne player.
Oh, Jesus. No one mentioned it. And it got me thinking, why? Why the love for Ross Lyon, for Adam Simpson, for Michael Voss, for Sam Mitchell, constantly defending coaches under the pump, but pure hatred for Justin? And the answer was confusing, so I dug deeper. David King is a shin boner. The shin boner spirit goes way back to the old butchers that lined Arden Street. The smell of dead flesh and barbecue filled the air. A true blue-collar area where men were men and the steak was raw.
Oh, yes.
King, a North Melbourne star off halfback, was a mature age pick. He had to scrap and fight his way onto an AFL list as a mature age player, a true shin boner.
Right.
And that's where I discovered the link.
Okay.
On an interview on SEN 2 years ago, King let down his guard for just a moment. King revealed that during the draft process, he initially thought he was going to the Sydney Swans after his former Port Melbourne coach, Damien Drum, joined the Swans as an assistant and suggested the club would definitely take him with a pick in the 20s.
Okay.
King said, "I can't really remember other clubs talking to me, but I remember Sydney were keen and they had 2 picks in the 20s. And Drummy said, we're not sure which pick we'll take you with, but you're coming up here. You're coming to Sydney."
Nice. Passion.
Of course, he didn't go to Sydney.
No.
And King has never forgiven the Swans or anyone affiliated with Damien Drum.
Oh, Jesus.
Drum became enemy number 1. And guess who Justin Longmuir played his first game under as a young Freo player? A top 5 draft pick, the easy road, no shin boner. Damien Drum.
Ah.
King has never recovered, and anything Drum, Longmuir or Fremantle related is in his path.
I like this.
All right, so just...
It's deep. That's a deep dive.
And also, just to put the cherry on top, David King has not spoken to Peter Bell for 20 years.
Is that
Really?
right? Is that true?
Because he went
Is that
and played.
actually
He
true?
went to Freo. Under Drum.
Is that true?
That's what I know.
I thought Boning the Spirit was onto something.
Oh, God. Right. That's been the Hardball Gets AFL show for this Tuesday. We'll see you again later in the week for the teams. Catch you then.